guys, welcome back to The Pulse. I am your host, Desiree Perez, and I am here once again with our friend Jenna from The Hungry Traveler, which we can find you on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Now we're at Alessio's Cafe, and we have a massive pizza to try. How excited are you to try this?
I'm so excited. Like when he brought it out, I was like just speechless. It looks so good. It's huge.
You know, I've only ever seen this in like the news. You know,
yeah, right? Like that's like the type of thing you see when it's something like so extravagant and delicious looking. It's always covered on.
Okay, how do you like, what kind of pizza do you like? Like what's your kind
I always go for a classic like Napolitani style pizza.
Okay.
My family's Italian, so
of
that's
course.
always what I'm drawn to.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I love just a traditional like margarita pizza.
Oh, same.
It's just the best type.
I love
the
basil.
best type. Yes.
I think this has a lot of basil on it.
Yes, it's perfectly basil.
Do you want to start giving it a try?
Yeah.
Do you want to go for the pasta first? Your choice.
Let's try the pizza. I'm like
okay, try the pizza.
dying to try the pizza.
I know.
Oh my god,
and I think it's
so
like
good.
It's still warm. It's
Yes.
Still very warm.
Oh my god, you guys know I love a camera shot.
Okay. Go on. Oh, that looks so delicious.
Oh my goodness.
I'm literally gonna try this after we're done here.
Oh my gosh, girl, get in here. It's so good.
Okay.
The sauce is perfect. It has that right amount of sweetness that a good Italian pizza should have without it being like overpoweringly sweet.
Yeah.
Perfect layer of cheese, great amount of basil. You're getting a really good basil coverage here.
Yep.
Because it is like shredded basil. It's so good. The
Now,
crust.
do you think you could ever have too much cheese, or do you like light cheese on your pizza? What do you think?
It like depends. I think I like a lighter cheese.
Okay.
I mean, obviously we want a cheese pull type of thing sometimes. But I feel like a really good pizza is just really well distributed between sauce and cheese.
Yeah.
And that's how you're gonna really just get the best slice. Otherwise, sometimes I feel like it falls through. The dough might not cook all the way through if you're like too cheese heavy. So this is perfect.
Now, for the sake of debate, what do you think of pineapple on pizza?
Oh man.
There's a huge, like, you know, social media commotion with this whole thing. Because, I mean, I don't hate, I like it.
Yeah.
But most people don't. Why is that? Or, do you not like it? Do you like it?
It's not my thing.
No? Okay.
It's not my
Fair
thing.
enough.
It's not something that I personally would order, but I am just like so traditional. Like I think like a simple pie is just like you can't go wrong.
Totally.
So it's not my thing. I understand why people like it. Like the combination of like the savory bread and the pineapple and the sweetness. I get it. Just not my thing.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna stick with classic. I mean, classic is always best.
I love classic.
Okay, if you were to rate it, 1 out of 10, what are you giving it?
Let's give it, I mean, I'm so generous, but I love a 10 out of 10. I mean, this food is so good.
Yeah, okay. And
It's
you've been
really
here
good.
before, right? You've tried some of their other foods.
Yes, well, I've been in here a couple times, just like a little grab and go situation, because just always around here.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I haven't tried like their full like dishes. This is like great. I'm so happy to finally get to try like actually everything.
Yeah, okay. Now let's go for the pasta.
Okay.
Yeah? I'm gonna hand this over to you. It's really hot.
Thank you.
Careful.
Oh gosh.
This looks here.
So good. There's Italian ground sausage in here.
Yeah.
It's in a white sauce, so there's like Parmesan, garlic,
Some rosemary.
rosemary.
As well.
I'm
Okay.
so excited.
Go on, let's see. What do you think?
Yum.
Delicious?
Oh my gosh, you really get the flavor and the spices in the sausage
Yeah, okay.
when you take a bite. It's really good. The sauce is really creamy without being too heavy.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, is it like overpowering? Because
No,
you know
not at
some
all.
sauces could be like that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think the
no.
sausage helps ground it.
Okay, perfect.
It's really
Now,
good.
The pasta. How do you like your pasta cooked? Some people like it very, you know, al dente, or some like it just really loose. Or
I don't
how do
mind
you
al
like it?
dente.
You like it
I'm
al
usually
dente.
just like a perfectly cooked type of pasta
Okay.
person, which I mean, by definition, is a little more than al dente to me.
All right. Okay.
But yeah, it like varies. Like I'm never mad if it's al dente. You know, I can appreciate a good al dente.
Now, if you were to pick, and you are in a lunch or dinner situation, do you usually go for the pizza, or would you go for a plate of pasta?
So my life motto, and every time I go out with my friends, is that we go out. There's usually like 4 or so of us.
Yeah, sure.
We all get a pasta, and then we get a pizza for the table.
No way.
So that is like our life motto. Every time we go out, we have to get a pizza for the table. No matter where we go, we figure it out. We are getting a pizza for the table. It's kind of like an app. Everybody gets a slice, and you get your pizza, so you get to try a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I think it's personally the best life motto, but
yeah, I mean, you can never really go wrong with pizza.
You can't. And then,
you know what I mean?
You know, it's always just a traditional margarita, and it just complements every pasta dish so well, I think, in my opinion. So I just think you can never go wrong with a good slice of pizza when you're having a pasta dish.
I know. And again, another glass of wine.
And a glass of wine. Yeah. It's just
now,
perfect.
for your pastas, are you like a red sauce kind of girl? Are you white sauce, pink sauce? What do you like?
Ooh, I do love a good pink sauce.
Yeah.
I had the best pink sauce of my life in Florence, Italy.
No way.
Oh my God, it was amazing. It's from this place called Yellow Bar. I was there when I studied abroad years ago.
Yeah.
And it was in like mini gnocchis in this pink sauce, and it was so good that I ate it like 2 days in a row. Like I went back, I was craving it, I needed it. I mean, Italy has the best pasta. I had the best meal, the best pasta of my life in there in Sorrento. It was like a blue lobster pasta. They only sold like 50 of those dishes a day, and they were amazing.
Yeah.
So good.
I want to go. I want to go there. You're making me want to go there and have that dish. Okay.
I know. I think about it like every day.
Okay, so Jenna, what are we giving the pasta? 1 out of 10.
Ooh, I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
9.5.
Yes, it's really good. I love it. It's not, like I said, not too heavy, and I'm a little sensitive to like creams and whatnot. So this is good. I feel like I could eat this whole dish and I would be perfectly fine.
Okay. We can't go wrong with pasta here or in Italy. So thank you so much, Jenna, for joining us today. We can find you at The Hungry Traveler on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, right?
Yes. Yes, thank you so much for having me. This was amazing. I already can't wait to come back and try it again.
I know, I'm gonna take some of this home.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is going in boxes.
Alrighty guys, thank you so much for joining us. I am Desiree Perez. We'll see you next time.
Peter Biancamano, your hostess with the mostest of the Pulse with Peter B. Folks, don't forget to go on our Facebook and our Instagram pages by searching The Pulse with Peter B, and like and follow us on each of those platforms. We're constantly updating those pages with previews of each week's segments and cool stories. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our email address at thepulsewithpeterb@gmail.com. Welcome back to The Pulse with Peter B. Peter Biancamano back in the host chair and at the W Hotel at Lulu's for the Hoboken Public Education Foundation's annual Gala, #Hoboken Public Schools. We're going to have some interviews with an organizer and an interview with a sponsor a little bit later on to talk about this wonderful event. And who wants to hear from me anymore? Let's get right to the interviews. All right, as promised, we're here with the co-president of the Hoboken Public Education Foundation, that is, Miss Jackie Dowd-Prince. Jackie, thank you for inviting us today.
Thank you for having me here today.
Absolutely, and #Hoboken Public Schools. I'm going to be doing this all segment because these signs are awesome.
They are awesome.
Exactly.
We love them.
Jackie, let's talk about, this is the 6th annual event.
Yes.
By the way, was there a little bit of a break during the COVID years? Or?
We did. We had 1 year where we took a break. We actually did a little different format because we couldn't have an event. So we actually did our inaugural Sherelle Pollack Aim Higher Award that year. It was the first year that we actually did this award, and it was named after our late president, Sherelle Pollack, Hoboken mom, our president, and just an amazing woman. So we were thrilled to be able to start it. And since we couldn't have an event, and we normally would announce that at one of these events, it was just a great timing. And we really married that too with our campaign for one-to-one Chromebooks for all kids, grades K through 12. And we completed that during COVID with the help of our sponsors, who were just amazing. They stepped up, even though they weren't getting publicity like this. We said, look, we need Chromebooks for the kids. It's COVID,
Absolutely.
Right? And they stepped up and they helped us with
And
that.
besides the Chromebooks, I mean, the amount of money that was raised since the foundation started through Cheryl Pollack, who, God rest her soul, she was a beautiful woman inside and out for starting this, is in the millions of dollars, if I'm not mistaken.
It's 1.5. Wow. It's hopefully going to be a lot more after tonight.
Exactly.
But yes, it's steadily grown. And I was just seeing something on Facebook, our very first post.
Wow.
That was $86,000. We're so excited to raise that in our first gala.
Wow.
We had 3 sponsors and $86,000, and now we're 1.5 million heading into today, and we have 33 sponsors and business supporters tonight.
Wow. Congratulations. That's an
Thank you.
astronomical amount. So obviously this is your largest fundraiser of the year.
Yes.
How much work as the co-president of this foundation goes into putting something like this on? I should say.
Tremendous. My husband was just saying this morning, it's like a part-time job on top of my full-time job. So it's a lot. It's been a lot, especially this year because we've changed up the elements a little. As you know, we've doubled our size.
Absolutely.
We have over 500 guests coming tonight, changed from, I think, 270 in past years. That alone was a huge undertaking. We've also added a bunch of elements, like fundraising elements into it with live auction and fundraising games. So it's going to be interesting tonight.
It certainly is.
It was a lot of work.
And we're honored to be here for the largest events in your 6th year. So when a person attends the gala, what can they expect? I know you have some items that are being auctioned off, so I was wondering if you want to talk about that.
Sure. So what they can expect is when they come in, you're talking about tonight, right?
Tonight, correct,
Tonight.
yeah.
So they're going to come in, we're going to get them settled with a nice drink. They're going to come into our ballroom. We're going to start announcing kind of some fundraising games. And our vice president's going to announce that. We have an auctioneer. He's a celebrity type of auctioneer. He's going to start us off with some fun games called Dash, where everyone dashes to kind of sign up for a certain bid, a certain amount of money. And then we're going to transition to a live auction. We have 6 amazing items tonight, including some vacation homes, some JetBlue tickets, all kinds of great stuff.
And with the airlines going up, why not bid on them, correct?
Absolutely, right? I might be there doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And then the last one, we're going to do Fund in Need for an innovative fund that the superintendent is going to announce tonight.
Absolutely excellent. Just really quickly, speak about the red ribbon that you're
Yeah.
wearing tonight.
So because we expanded, doubled our gala this year, we had to kind of recruit a bunch of volunteers. These are all big supporters of our schools, wanted to help us out, and we wanted them to be recognized for being part of HPEF. So they're all wearing the red ribbon tonight, so people can just see them.
Absolutely. Well, Jackie Dowd Prince, the co-president of the Hoboken Public Education Foundation, thank you for all your hard work. This is a volunteer position, folks. I mean,
unpaid.
And
for sure.
exactly. And don't forget, hashtag Hoboken Public Schools. We really, really appreciate all your hard work.
Thank you.
And best of luck tonight.
Thank you so much. I
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, folks, when we come back, more from the Hoboken Public Education Foundation Gala here at Lulu's at the W Hotel in Hoboken. We will be right back.
Welcome to Hudson River Care and Counseling. Hello, I'm Dr. Pam Pater-Ennis, the CEO and founder of Hudson River Care and Counseling with over 30 years of clinical social work experience in therapy. We are a progressive counseling and coaching practice with a diverse team that brings a holistic approach to clients. We offer support both in person and through digital platforms such as telehealth. Consider us a safe haven that you can trust with care for your mental health needs. Visit our website to set up a consultation today.
Welcome back to the Pulse of Peter B. Still here at the beautiful W Hotel at Lulu's for the Hoboken Public Education Foundation Annual Gala. And as promised, we have one of the top sponsors here, and that is my good friend Dan Cocoziello, who's the principal and COO of Advance. How are you today, sir?
Doing great. Thanks for having me, Peter.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you've been sponsoring this since its inception, I believe, which was 6 years ago if you count that COVID year.
Yep.
You know, who counts those years, right there?
Yeah, right.
Why did you decide to get involved and become a sponsor here?
Yeah, no, I met Sherelle Pollock early on, and like education's super important to us as a company and personally, and she had so much passion for Hoboken and the public school system. So it was a no-brainer for us to support and be a part of the Hoboken Public School Foundation. So
yeah, it's fantastic.
No brainer. Yeah.
And what better way to party in this type of environment?
I know.
Right? I mean,
Free drinks at the W. Can't beat that, right?
I know, exactly. Usually it's like about a $300-400 tab.
That's right.
But it's a different story for a different
You're
time.
buying that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We're cable access there, Dan. Anyway, so Dan, Why is public education so important to you?
Yeah, I think it's in a place like Hoboken that's evolved over the years. I think access to education is extremely important. More people want to stay in Hoboken for longer periods of time, and it's become that much more of a focus for this community. And for us as owners and stakeholders in town, we support that mission, and there's nothing better to continue to grow as a young person in a place like Hoboken than helping out their education. So
that's fantastic.
That's our goal.
It really is. And just to explain to the audience what Advance actually does,
yeah.
if you don't mind. Yeah.
So we're owner operator developers. So we invest in income producing properties. What that means is we have 2 different verticals, industrial and residential, and we do a lot of mixed use development as well. And so we're focused on residential development in Hoboken and growing the platform.
That's it. Well, what better way, right?
That's right.
For somebody who hasn't been to this gala before, because we're going to air this about a week and a half after this has been done, who might be hesitant to come, we did have Jackie on a little earlier, the co-president, and she said that last year there was 270 people, and this year it has increased to 500 people.
Yeah.
I mean, so if there is room for anybody else coming in next year, what is your message to them on why they shouldn't hesitate and come over to the gala?
I mean, you got to sign up early. You got to sign up as soon as it comes out. We got the cookies, we got the signature cocktails, and I hear there's going to be some dancing later. So, come out, support it next year, and it's always a good time.
Do you have your dancing shoes on tonight?
I always have my dancing shoes on.
That's what I like to hear, and I also like that it's another paisan. The name, I got it perfectly.
You got
right?
it perfect. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Mom and Dad would be proud.
They would. They would.
Right off the boat. So.
They're always proud, no matter what.
I could have completely. No, trust me. When I butchered anything Italian, the proudness level goes down. Making me feel bad.
That's right.
Any final words that you want to say for our audience regarding your involvement with the Hoboken Public Education?
No, proud to be here. Proud to support education, especially in a place like Hoboken that we love. And we love to own and operate, and hope to continue to do so for long periods of time. And proud to be here tonight and support this great cause.
Well, Dan, thank you so much for your support. Yeah. It goes a long, long way. Sure. Jackie mentioned a little earlier in the show that they raised $1.5 million
that's awesome.
In the last 7 years.
Yeah.
And it's because of sponsors like you.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you as a product of the Hoboken Public Schools.
Awesome.
So, # Hoboken Public Schools. There it is again.
Hell yeah, I love it.
Thanks again. I really,
Peter.
really appreciate it. Don't go anywhere. Folks, when we come back, you're not going to want to miss it. More Pulse. Peter Biancamano back with you. Don't forget to watch us on cable access every Sunday and Monday at 9 a.m. Optimum Channel 18, Files Channel 46, and Comcast Channel 190. Also on Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m., you can watch our show on our YouTube channel, and you can also binge watch all of our old shows. Who doesn't want to keep watching The Pulse with Peter B? We'll see you there. Welcome back to The Pulse with Peter B. Peter Biancamano in the host chair and still here at the beautiful Alessio's Cafe, located at 539 Park Avenue in the beautiful city of Hoboken, New Jersey. And the person to my right knows all about beautiful, in the ring that is, and that is our pro wrestling insider, Mr. Rob Tonneson. Rob, welcome back. Good to see you.
It is a pleasure to be back. It is nice to be back in this beautiful, beautiful area, beautiful weather. It's nice that summer's finally around, and since summer's right around the corner, what better time to talk to pro wrestling when it's really going to start getting good in the world of the sports entertainment world.
Exactly, and I need to make a correction. I was not calling you beautiful. I was calling the art of professional wrestling beautiful.
Well, that just hurt.
Exactly. And by the way, I like the little Bret the Hitman Hart sunglasses. Did you know he was my favorite wrestler of all time?
You've mentioned that at least once or twice, as much as you mentioned to people we're friends.
Exactly. Just once or twice, because I don't like a lot of people to know.
Exactly.
Anyway, AEW has their Double or Nothing pay-per-view tonight. And where could people watch the pay-per-view?
Okay, so it's not your traditional WWE pay-per-view. There are several different.
AEW.
Well, no, because WWE does the streaming stuff on Peacock.
You're right.
So AEW does it on different the traditional method. So pay-per-view through Bleacher Report, pay-per-view through the Fight TV app, Also, you can go to your Cinemark, which is in Wayne, off of by Willowbrook Mall, or on Route 22, and you can do a movie theater. That's where I'll actually be, in the movie theater watching it.
Very, very cool. All right, let's talk about the card, because it certainly is a full card. And we're going to start with the Four Pillars AEW World Heavyweight Championship between MJF, who's the current champion, versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry, versus Darby Allin, versus Sammy Guevara. That is a full mouth. Who do you like in this match and why?
Okay, so the reason why it's called the Four Pillars match is because when AEW was formed back in 2019, they had basically said that these four, MJF, Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and Jungle Boy Jack Perry, were going to be the four of future of AEW after the Kenny Omegas and the Elite kind of went away. So this was kind of the match that they were always waiting to see happen, and now that it's coming at Double or Nothing, they're kind of saying, okay, now here it is. I like Jungle Boy, but I think MJF's going to win because MJF has really been the guy, as I've said last time when we were on here talking about, when I was on here last year talking about Full Gear, when he defeated John Moxley. MJF is the guy you pay money to see get beaten up, and just at the last minute he wins, like he did at Revolution against Bryan Danielson, pulls it out at the last minute, but you keep coming back to see him lose, and then win at the end, and you're like, he almost got it, but he'll lose next time. So MJF definitely going to win. Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin are going to be world champions. I hate saying that, especially Sammy Guevara, but it's not their time now. Jungle Boy Jack Perry, being the son of Luke Perry, he's going to be a champion in the future as well. It's just not their time. 2-3 years down the road, absolutely.
All righty. Next match on the card that we wanted to discuss was the AEW World Tag Team Championship. FTR, who are the current champions, versus Jay Lethal and Double J, Jeff Jarrett. Of course, the special guest referee being Mr. Mark Briscoe. Who do you like in this one and why?
Okay. Those of you that follow me on Twitter, those of you that follow me on Instagram, know that I love Jeff Jarrett, and know that I love Jeff Jarrett. Everything Double J related is amazing. By
the way, he's probably in his 50s now, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
still going. Yeah.
Jay Lethal being from New Jersey, being from Elizabeth, I like those guys. FTR being what they have been, especially with the past year. And adding Mark Briscoe as the special referee is going to add that interesting layer, because in 2020, 2022, excuse me, there was that Briscoe Brothers FTR trilogy of matches, and then in January, losing Jay, there is kind of that story where Jay Lethal and Mark Briscoe are like best friends off the camera, and they're trying to throw Jay into the story of saying like, oh, who do you side with, your friends or your professional partners?
Right.
So I do like FTR to retain, but it could be one of those, if Jeff Jarrett wins, you will probably hear me scream as loud as humanly possible from the Route 22 Cinemark.
There you go. All right, we do have to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back after the break, we're going to have more of Rob's predictions for AEW Double or Nothing. We will be right back. Welcome back to the Pulse with Peter B. Peter Biancamano, still here at Alessio's Cafe, located at 539 Park Avenue. And what I love about filming outside, Rob, and by the way, Rob Thomason, our Pro Wrestling Insider, is still joined with us, is that, we have crowds gathering, we have people blasting music in their cars, and we just talk about AEW Double or Nothing. Nothing bothers us, right?
No. No,
right.
nothing bothers us. Just like good Tony Khan promo. Nothing bothers Tony Khan.
You knew exactly where I was going. I put it out there and you picked it up, sir. I'm going to give you £1 right on camera for that. Boom. All right, let's move on to the next match that you like on the card tonight, and that's Anarchy in the Arena. It is Blackpool Combat Club versus the Elites. Who do you like and why?
Okay, Anarchy in the Arena is kind of their fun little gimmick match that they ran during COVID when it was the empty arena stuff. So it's basically two groups. So you have the Blackpool Combat Club, which is Claudio Castagnoli, Ring of Honor World Champion, Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, and Wheeler Yuta versus the Elite. And the Elite kind of has a interesting fourth member. It could be either, well, it's definitely the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson, and Kenny Omega. And then the fourth is either going to be Hangman Adam Page, which I really think it's going to be, or Konosuke Takeshita. So it's one of those four. Hangman Adam Page being the fourth guy is the story. I love the Blackpool Combat Club as four collective individuals because they are real and just let's just beat the living crap out of you for however long. Jon Moxley wakes up in the morning and he starts bleeding, so that's. But I like the Elite because the story is going to be there, especially with what they want to do with Kenny Omega and how they want to progress him, especially with the Young Bucks and all the interesting stories that are going on with them, with the reuniting with Hangman Adam Page. It's there for the Elite.
All right. For all you folks taking score at home, Rob, I believe the last time you were on was WrestleMania. If I'm not mistaken. And we spoke about 8 matches, and I believe you went 5-3.
5-3.
5-3. And he was all happy after the first night because you went undefeated.
I went undefeated and Rhea Ripley won. That's all I cared about.
Exactly. All right. Speaking of women's wrestling, we do have a TBS Women's Championship match between Jade Cargill versus Taya, and I know I'm going to...
Taya Valkyrie.
Valkyrie, excuse me. Who do you like in this match and why?
Okay, Jade Cargill is undefeated. I think at this point she is 55-0, and that's to start her career. So she is has the best record undefeated as champion since Bill Goldberg back in the WCW days.
That says a lot.
Exactly. Especially as someone that was as green as Jade Cargill was really to start her career in AEW. Taya Valkyrie being fresh from WWE, being fresh from Mexico. She's been around the world. I think this is the first threat to Jade's championship, legitimate, that you could say, okay, she might lose, but I don't think Taya Valkyrie is the one to take it off of her. I think it's going to be the injured Chris Statlander when she comes back, but that might not be until I think September at the earliest.
Okay. All right, and we do have about 80 seconds left here. There are 2 other matches that I think are important to talk about. One of them is Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho.
The returning Adam Cole, yes. The fact that Adam Cole is even still wrestling after the concussions and everything that he has over the past 9 months has been remarkable. So him coming back and being able to wrestle, he's wrestling Chris Jericho, and at this point, the less said about Jericho, the better. So definitely Adam Cole on that one. Okay. And Jericho's really there just to kind of push the newer guys.
And what about Jay White versus Ricky Starks?
Jay White, I've talked about my love for Jay White before on this show. Jay White should have gone to WWE, but we'll talk about that in another segment. Jay White being the guy that was the free agent from New Japan coming to AEW now full time, and wrestling a guy like Ricky Starks, it's going to be fun. And Jay White being the hot new free agent is gonna win, but going up against Ricky, it poses something very contrasting in styles.
All right, well, AEW Double or Nothing, you're not going to want to miss it tonight on pay-per-view, on Bleacher
Report, Fight TV, regular cable companies, and Cinemark movie theaters on 17 and 22.
Excellent. Rob Tonneson, our Pro Wrestling Insider. Let's do this again soon.
Perfect.
All right, appreciate you. All right, folks, join us next week for The Pulse on everything you need to know. I'm Peter Biancamano. I hope you have a great week, everybody.